Hello and welcome to Enjoy English School.
欢迎来到 Enjoy 英语学院。
I'm Stevie.
And I'm Laurie.
And today we are looking at our culture lesson. Actually, today and tomorrow. It's called June, the wedding month.
没错。
Well, it used to be considered the wedding month. Now, well, it's still not bad, but not quite as much as before.
没错，所以呢，这个今天还有明天的文化之窗，我们要来看到的文章，中文的标题是《告别单身：关于婚礼这档事》啊。但是如果我们的英文标题直译的话，就是6月啊，这个结婚的月份。所以就像那个刚刚 Stevie 老师讲的，其实之前大家都会说是6月新娘，有没有啊？这个要不要做6月新娘啊？这样子的。但是呢，现在6月已经不是排名第一了，那到底是怎么样？我们来看看文章，我们就会知道了。
Looking at our first sentence, it says, Today, it is popular to get married in the summer or early fall. So today doesn't mean 今天, okay? This means like in modern times, right now, in the time that we live in.
That's right. 所以呢，我们来看到第一句啊，讲到说，那么在现今啊，这边就像刚刚 Stevie 老师讲的，你不用翻，但是有时候我们也会讲说今天怎么样怎么样，但是那个今天指的是现在啦，啊，所以也不是指那个 today， 所以也 OK 啊。那么呢，这件事情是很受欢迎、很盛行的。什么事呢 ？To 后面告诉我们，就是呢，在这个夏天或者是初秋的时候呢，结婚这件事情是很盛行的。
So today,It's popular in summer or early fall. However, but in the past, people held their weddings in June more than any other month. So June used to be the most popular time to have a wedding.
所以呢，接下来他讲到，然而啊，在过去的时候呢，人们呢会举办他们的婚礼是在呢这个6月份，远超过任何其他的月份的。那这里的 held 哦，它的原型是 hold， 那么就是举办的意思。所以呢，你举行婚礼的那个动词可以用的是这个 hold。
June in particular was popular for a few reasons. Okay, we say June in particular. Whenever we hear this phrase, in particular, this means especially. We're trying to accent or exaggerate that part.
Emphasize.
Emphasize. Thank you. That's the word I wanted. Emphasize. E-M-P-H-A-S-I-Z-E. Emphasize. So June in particular was popular for a few reasons, not just one or two, a few.
所以这里的话呢，讲到说6月啊，它特别的啊，是这样子的受欢迎呢，是有几个原因的。
First of all, number one, first of all, the month is named in honor of Juno, the Roman goddess of marriage. So the first reason the month of June is named after or named in honor of the goddess of marriage, the Roman goddess of marriage, Juno.
所以呢，他就要来讲这个有哪些这个原因啦。首先呢，第一个啊，就是 first of all 啊，首先第一个原因呢，就是这个月份它被命名啊 ，is named， 它被命名呢 in honor of Juno， 是为了要向这个 Juno 致敬啊。这里的 in honor of 就是致敬的意思。那么呢，怎么样的 Juno？ 所以逗号的后面他继续补充，也就是罗马的婚姻女神那个 Juno， 他是为了要跟她致敬，所以6月就被这样命名了。
Because of this, because it was named after Juno, June was considered an especially lucky month for weddings. You know, if you have the goddess of marriage blessing your wedding, oh, then it should be a good wedding, right?
That's right. 所以呢，接下来他讲到，那么正因为如此啊，就是刚刚上一句的这样的一个原因的关系，所以呢 ，June 6月呢 was considered 就是被认为是啊，被认定是怎么样呢？一个特别的幸运的月份来举办婚礼，所以呢，这个是他们前后两个合起来的一个原因。
Yeah. Also, one would choose June to prevent births from interfering with harvest work. Okay? This also just means another reason. One, here it just means a person, people in general.
That's right.
People would consider or would choose June because they think if you're going to get married, then after you get married, you'll start making babies. Okay? So, you don't want to have babies, have little tiny babies around harvest time. What is harvest?
收割
Yeah, if you're a farmer and you're working in the fields, you need everybody, okay, especially when they were poor. They needed all the help they could get, the men, the women, even some children. But if it was a tiny baby, and the mother couldn't help with the harvest, that was a bad thing. So women, 你们好辛苦, okay? But so they would choose June so that if they got pregnant, they would not have a baby in the fall or during harvest time. Okay, they wanted to prevent births from interfering with harvest work.
所以呢，这边我们来看到这一句他讲到 also 其实就等于第二的意思所以呢，前面已经讲了 first of all 首先是什么什么什么，那么接下来是什么什么什么，所以你可以选择用 also 这样子的一个用法然后这里的 one 它是指一个人所以它没有特定指谁，它是说呢，就是你你也可以这样翻你可能可以选择就是有人会选择这个6月来干嘛呢？来 prevent A from B， 这是它的结构避免 A 然后去影响到 B 或者是发生 B 的这个状况所以呢，这里要 prevent 是 birth， 就是生育那么避免生育怎么样呢？ From interfering with harvest work， 就是去影响到收割的这个工作。
Yeah.For Celtic peoples, these are the people in Ireland mostly, many years ago. For Celtic peoples, young adults would pair off on the first day of May before getting wed 3 months later. So, what does this mean? Young adults, okay, for Celtic people, young adults would pair off. They would find somebody who liked each other.And they would pair off for 3 months. They would do this on May 1st, which was called May Day. So pair off just means they got together, they're dating, and this was your goal was to date for 3 months and get married. Basically, that gave you time to get to know each other.
That's right.
All right, we've been together 3 months. Let's get hitched.
Let's do it. OK， 好，所以呢，对于这个凯尔特的民族的人来说所以呢，这里他讲到说，年轻的这个young adults 年轻人们他们就会 pair off， 这里是指就成双成对了意思就是说就开始谈恋爱，成为恋人这样的意思。在什么时间点呢 ？On the first day of May， 所以是在5月的第1天，他们就开始呢成为恋人然后呢 ，before。这里是指在什么什么事情之前，在什么事之前呢？在他们3个月后结婚之前，他们要先在5月的第1天成双成对但是呢，我们中文比较不会这样翻，我们会说他们要在5月的第1天成双成对之后，等3个月才结婚，是这样子的一个意思。
Yeah. However, many young lovers were impatient.Leading to June weddings. So people were impatient. They didn't want to wait 3 months to get married. They're like, I love you. And sometimes it was also because they already made a baby.
That's right.
Yeah. So they were impatient. They didn't want to wait. So there were a lot of June weddings.
所以接下来他讲到，然而很多的这个年轻的恋人们呢，都是没有耐性的这里的 impatient， 如果你把 I am 那个字首拿掉那剩下 patient 是有耐心的，那所以加了 I am 变成相反就是都是没有耐性的。所以呢，逗号的后面 leading to 导致了、造成了什么呢？就是6月的婚礼了。
Yep. There's another reason. or another thing in June that I think is very interesting.
Uh-huh.
June was also known for its fresh flowers, right? In June is when you have the most flowers in the wild.
That's right.
All right. It was the time with the most fresh flowers. And we'll tell you why those flowers are important.
所以呢，接下来他又再讲了一个说6月呢，它是 be known for， 这个要把它画起来就是以什么闻名，以什么著名那我们之前有复习过 be known for， 或者是 be known to， 或者是 be known as 这些都是可以用的。那么都是指以什么闻名的意思只是后面接的东西不一样。那么呢，这里的话，6月是以它的鲜花而闻名的。
Flowers weren't used just for their beauty. They weren't used just because they were beautiful, but for their fragrance. In other words, they were used for their lovely smell, their fragrance.
OK， 所以他接下来就进一步解释了，就是花呢，它并不只是被用来因为它的美，而也因为它的这个芳香，它的香味，所以呢被使用。
Yeah. And was it because they wanted to smell lovely flowers at a wedding? Partially. Maybe a little bit. But, you know, in the old days, many, many years ago, people did not shower or take a bath very often. They did. Some people took a bath like 2 or 3 times a year. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. We hope they took a bath before they got married. Now, think about this, students. If you don't take a bath for 3 or 4 days, how do you smell? See what I'm talking about? So, the next sentence says, flowers helped cover up the smell of sweat. Now, this is a very nice way of saying, you know, they helped cover up the smell of stinky people. Okay? The smell of sweat. Sweat is 流汗. And we have a special word that we call, when you smell like old sweat, we call that BO, body odor. It means you stink.
就已经出现体臭了。
Yeah, you have BO. That's what we say in slang in the U.S.
OK， 好，所以这个是这个比较不正式的用法的话，你可以用的。
No, 它是很正式的。
它很正式吗
Yeah, our deodorant commercials, 那种体香膏。
OK.
They say, do you have BO?
好。
Yeah.
所以你就学到了OK，
Yeah.
好，所以最后这一句他讲到说了，就是花呢，它呢，刚刚前一句讲到，不只是因为它的美而被使用，也因为它的香气，所以这边讲到呢，花会帮助能够遮盖掉汗臭的味道。
We're going to take a quick break and take a shower. Okay, looking at the last paragraph, we just talked about June being the most popular wedding month in the past. Now, these days, most people tie the knot between May and October. So when we say tie the knot, it means get married. And there are several reasons that we use tie the knot, which I'm going to talk about in our review.
Great. 好，所以那我们就先来看这个句子，讲到说呢，那么到了现今那么呢，如今这样的一个意思叫 these days。那么大部分的人呢，他们选择结婚会在5月到10月之间。
To be more specific, all right, June comes in 3rd place, behind October and September, the 2 most popular wedding months. So this is easy. June used to be the #1 most popular. Now it's the 3rd most popular. It's 3rd place behind October and September. So October and September are the most popular months to get married.
好，所以呢，接下来的这一句他讲到说，如果再讲的更精准一点，这里的 specific 就是很精确、很清楚的意思所以呢，如果讲的更清楚一点的话呢，6月它 comes in 3rd place， 就是呢，它这个位于第3位这样的一个意思。好，所以它处于第3位，所以就是第3名咯那么呢，在谁的后面呢？所以在10月还有9月的后面那句子到这边本来 是可以结束，但是他想要再补充，所以呢，他逗号的后面告诉我们，怎么样的10月跟9月呢？那2个最受欢迎的结婚月份的10月跟9月。
Yeah. Today, again, we're talking about modern times.
That's right.
Okay. These days. Today, these months are chosen for practical reasons. All right? Practical reasons means like reasons that make sense. Although June made sense in the old days, it was a very practical time to get married.
That's right.
Yeah.
所以呢，接下来他讲到说，那么现今啊，这些月份呢被选择来这个结婚呢，是有它实际的原因的啊。那你也可以讲说是有实际的考量的。
Yeah. Summer weddings tend to have the best weather. This just means summer weddings usually have the best weather. If you want a nice, sunny, beautiful day, it's a good time to have a wedding.
没错。所以呢，他接下来就来讲了。他说，像这个夏日的婚礼的话呢 ，tend to 就是往往有一个什么样的倾向，所以往往有什么呢？能够有最好的天气。
Summer weddings are great if you have air conditioning. Right? In Taiwan?
Or a lot of flowers.
Or a lot of flowers. It's also the summer season. It's also easy for guests to swing a vacation. Now, this doesn't mean I'm going to go swing on a rope. Woo! Okay. Swing a vacation means I can arrange it.
对。
Like, let me try to swing that. Let me try to make that happen. 是很口语的. Yeah, but swing a vacation, I have to see if I can swing a vacation. Actually, one word that we could say in Chinese, 看可不可以凹出来。
哦，对，可不可以这个挤出来？
Yeah.
对不对？
Yeah, it's like, I want to try and get this from my boss. Oh, my sister's getting married. Can I please have my vacation in summer? Yeah.
对，像这样子哦。
Yeah.
OK， 所以呢，接下来这一句就是讲到说呢 ，It is also easy 就是这样也是很简单的。什么是简单的呢？就是对客人们来说，要安排一个挤出一个假期。好，所以指的这个就是在夏天的这样的一个状况下。
For those who dread sweaty seasons, okay? That means if you dread something, you really don't like it. I don't want to do that. I'm dreading that. If you dread hot, sweaty weather, all right? Early fall offers cool weather and sometimes lower prices.
所以呢，最后这句他讲到说，那么对于那些害怕挥汗如雨的季节的这个人们来说的话呢，那么这个初秋也能够提供比较凉爽的天气，而且有的时候呢是比较低的就是比较优惠的价格。
Okay, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll have a review of today's portion of the article. Okay, we are back for a quick review, and we're going to talk about tying the knot. It means getting married, but there's a specific reason. There are 2 reasons. Number 1, in many old weddings, when people got married, they would put their hands together, and then they would tie a rope around them to say that now you two are together. You're one.
Okay.
Okay, you're together. So that was called tying the knot, but also, 我们现在假装这是2条。
假装是2条。
We're going to pretend this is 2 strings, okay? 2 strings. When you take 2 strings or 2 people, and then you tie a knot in the 2 strings, then they become attached. They're together. See? They have tied a knot. So that's why we call getting married tying the knot. It makes 2 become
1.
like 1. Yeah, that's why we say that.
OK. 所以呢，这边的话 Stevie 老师跟我们分享了2个这个讲出 tie the knot 代表结婚的原因那么一个就是刚刚他比的2个人的手握在一起，然后呢用一个绳子把2个人系在一块儿这个呢是让他们2合1的其中一个。那另外一个就是刚刚讲的2条绳子它这个放在一起打了一个结，那就也是2合1了所以呢这个都是 tie the knot 代表结婚它象征的地方。
而且我刚真的也是 tie a knot. So
真的是打一个结所以这个是它的字面的直译也是这样子
Okay, tomorrow we're going to talk more about June, the wedding month. So we'll see you then.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
第10页，文化之窗，告别单身，关于婚礼这档事。
June, the wedding month. Today, it is popular to get married in the summer or early fall. However, in the past, people held their weddings in June more than any other month. June in particular was popular for a few reasons. First of all, the month is named in honor of Juno, the Roman goddess of marriage. Because of this, June was considered an especially lucky month for weddings. Also, one would choose June to prevent births from interfering with harvest work. For Celtic peoples, young adults would pair off on the first day of May before getting wed 3 months later. However, many young lovers were impatient, leading to June weddings. June was also known for its fresh flowers. Flowers weren't used just for their beauty, but for their fragrance. Flowers helped cover up the smell of sweat. These days, most people tie the knot between May and October. To be more specific, June comes in 3rd place behind October and September, the 2 most popular wedding months. Today, these months are chosen for practical reasons. Summer weddings tend to have the best weather. It's also easy for guests to swing a vacation. For those who dread sweaty seasons, early fall offers cool weather and sometimes lower prices.